The Book of Enoch is a work with a history that is as fascinating as it is mysterious. Often, when we talk about the Bible, most people think of the traditional books that are part of the canon accepted by the Church. However, there are many texts that, for some reason, were not included and have been left aside. One of these books is the Book of Enoch, a work that challenges the traditional narrative of the Bible and brings forth ideas and revelations that go far beyond what we are accustomed to hearing in churches or in Bible studies. This book, which dates back to ancient times, is cited in some passages of the Bible, but it was never truly integrated into the collection of sacred scriptures. But why did this happen? What does this book contain that makes it so controversial? The truth is, the Book of Enoch is filled with revelations about angels, giants, and even the apocalypse, topics that may sound like fiction to many, but have a profound impact on those willing to study its teachings. Enoch, the central character of this story, is more than just a secondary biblical figure. He was a righteous man, the great-grandfather of Noah, and, according to biblical tradition, he walked with God. But while the Bible mentions him briefly, the Book of Enoch expands on this figure and places Enoch in a central role in the revelation of divine mysteries. What the Book of Enoch reveals about Enoch, the angels, and humanity is of impressive depth, and perhaps this is what scared some religious authorities. The story begins with the Watchers, a group of angels who, according to the book, descended to earth and engaged with human women. This act, described as a celestial transgression, resulted in the birth of the Nephilim, giants who, according to the text, ruled the earth and spread violence. These powerful beings, offspring of the union between angels and humans, began to corrupt the earth with their forbidden knowledge and their immense strength. The Bible briefly references the sons of God who took human wives, but the Book of Enoch offers a much more detailed description of these events and their consequences. According to the Book of Enoch, these angels not only interacted with the women, but also taught humans forbidden arts, such as forging metals, magic, and the use of enchantments. These teachings, which went completely against divine laws, were seen as a threat to the natural balance of creation. The book tells of how humans began to use this knowledge destructively, and the lands were corrupted, violence spread, and the earth became a place of chaos. What is interesting here is the perspective that the Book of Enoch offers on what happened in ancient times. According to the narrative, the flood was not just a punishment for the sins of humanity, but also a direct response to what the fallen angels had done. These angels, who rebelled against God by descending to earth and corrupting creation, were responsible for a significant part of the sin that led to the flood. Therefore, the Book of Enoch describes the flood as a divine cleansing, a desperate attempt to restore order to the world after a period of chaos. Now, imagine the impact this has on our understanding of the Bible. The flood, which in the traditional narrative is a punishment for the sins of humanity, is, in the Book of Enoch, an act of divine intervention to deal with something much deeper and more cosmic, the intervention of celestial beings who corrupted creation. What does this mean for our view of history and faith? Are we missing out on important parts of the biblical narrative by ignoring the Book of Enoch? This is a question many scholars and theologians try to answer, but at the same time, it seems to elude easy explanations. Another fundamental point in the Book of Enoch is the apocalyptic visions it contains. Just like in other religious traditions, the Book of Enoch describes a final judgment, where the fallen angels, the Nephilim, and corrupted humans face God's judgment. The book describes a heavenly tribunal, where the angels and their actions are judged, and humanity is called to answer for its transgressions. This judgment is not just about humans, but about all creatures that have violated divine laws. What is fascinating is how the Book of Enoch provides a much more detailed apocalyptic vision than other biblical texts. In many traditions, the end of times is described in a vague and symbolic manner, but in Enoch, it is addressed directly and visually. The final judgment, described in graphic detail, presents a cosmic battle between good and evil. The book speaks of the fallen angels being punished and also reveals a new era where divine justice will be restored. This kind of revelation is something that only the Book of Enoch can offer so explicitly. Over the centuries, the Book of Enoch was rejected by many churches and religious leaders. The reason for this exclusion is often debated, but one of the most plausible explanations is the fear of the power that this knowledge could hold. The book brings forth ideas that go against the established narrative and presents a version of events that, if accepted, could challenge many fundamental concepts of the Christian faith. By rejecting the Book of Enoch, religious authorities ensured that certain knowledge would not reach the public. After all, this knowledge could open doors to a new understanding of history, religion, and even the destiny of humanity. Now, the big question is, what does this mean for us today? What can we learn from the Book of Enoch? The first thing we must realize is that truth is not always something easy to find. Often, knowledge is hidden, distorted, or manipulated to serve the interests of those in power. The Book of Enoch is a clear example of this. It is a key to a deeper understanding of the mysteries of the universe and human nature itself. But are we ready to face this truth? Or would we rather continue believing in a simplified and controlled version of reality? The Book of Enoch also makes us reflect on the control of knowledge. Throughout history, those who held knowledge always had power. In the case of this book, the control of the narrative was crucial for religious and political authorities. By keeping the Book of Enoch out of the biblical canon, authorities ensured that hidden knowledge remained on the sidelines, out of the public's reach. This is something we see throughout history: the fear of knowledge, the fear of truth, and the attempt to control what people can know. The question that remains is, what can we do with this knowledge now? By studying the Book of Enoch and reflecting on its messages, we can prepare ourselves for a deeper understanding of the nature of faith, spirituality, and human history. We can also become more aware of the forces that seek to control the narrative and hide the truth. The Book of Enoch is undoubtedly a work full of mysteries, but these mysteries are not something to fear. On the contrary, they are opportunities to discover the truth and expand our understanding of the world and our existence. Now that you know a little more about the Book of Enoch and the mysteries it contains, I want to know what you think about all this. Do you think the church had good reasons to ban the book? Or should it be part of the scriptures so that we can better understand the mysteries of God? Leave your comment below. I want to know your opinion. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to get updates on more videos like this. Every time you like and share, you help spread more knowledge and uncover the hidden mysteries of history. Let's explore together what more history has to teach us. See you in the next video.